Hello guys and welcome here to another edition of Out of Turn 4. My name is Brian. Coming up here, we're going to have a little bit of a shorter show. I'm actually recording at midnight. I got to get up early tomorrow, so I'm not going to waste any time. We're going to recap the race at Richmond, and then we're going to have our weekend picks for the Truck Series, Xfinity, and Cup at Martinsville. And then, of course, we will have our picks for the IndyCar race at Long Beach. But let's get started. We'll talk Xfinity Series racing at Richmond. Ty Gibbs, again, the young hotshot at Joe Gibbs Racing. He wins his third race this season at Richmond. It is, of course, his 7th win in 25 starts. But it didn't come without more controversy. Ty Gibbs, of course, bumped his teammate John Hunter Nemechek out of the way for the win. Initially, it was just front bumper to rear bumper, and then he slammed the door on him in turns 3 and 4. Again, I think Ty Gibbs, I just want to start out by saying I think Ty Gibbs is a really talented young driver. I think he's got a bright future in this series. But I will add, he's got to work a lot harder to earn respect on the track, not just amongst the fans, but amongst his peers, and winning races in that kind of fashion. Now, granted, John Hunter Nemechek's done this before. Okay, John Hunter is no stranger to winning by that, by way of the bumpers, but as an 18-year-old in the NASCAR Xfinity Series, only starting 25 races, and the fact that 2 of your wins have now come in the midst of controversy, you're not earning the respect. And here's the thing, again, you're 18 years old, you're working your way up the ladder. There are guys in this series that are also working their way up the ladder, John Hunter being one, trying to revive his career. But again, and the other thing I like the move. I like the first move, but when he slammed the door on him, I didn't like that. Okay, that wasn't racing. That's not how you race a teammate. And I think Joe Gibbs should have intervened at that point. And all I'm going to say is, had the roles been reversed and this happened, now look, you can criticize me, but I would tell you that I think if the roles were reversed and Ty Gibbs got punted by John Hunter in turn 3 on the final lap by a teammate, if Ty Gibbs got punted by his teammate John Hunter Nemechek, I don't think we'd ever hear from John Hunter Nemechek again, because I would believe that Coach Gibbs would release them just on that. And I think also Kyle Busch Motorsports would. You can say I'm adding, fuel to a flame. You can call it what you will, but that's honestly my true belief on that situation. Of course, we continue on to the Cup Series at Richmond. Denny Hamlin completes the sweep at Richmond for Toyota. It is his 47th career NASCAR Cup Series victory, and he is now the 7th different winner this season. And again, I'm just going to say this. We've talked all season about parity. 7 different winners, 7 races so far. Nobody has more than 7 playoff points right now. William Byron is leading the way with the playoff points. That says a lot. That really says a lot about the parity that we're seeing in the NASCAR Cup Series this season. No one has really jumped off the paper. I mean, Kyle Larson won a race. We thought he would jump off the paper at that point, Chase Elliott's winless so far, by the way. Ross Chastain's won a race. Now Denny Hamlin. But again, nobody has stood out from the rest just yet. And I get it. We're 7 races in. But no one has really stood out. I mean, last year at this point, a team stood out. Yes, Hendrick Motorsports is standing out right now amongst everybody else. And Chevrolet in general, which we thought would struggle to start the season. If you watched my season preview show, I had said I thought Chevy was going to struggle out of the gates, and I was dead wrong on that. They came out strong. I thought it would be a Ford type of year, and it's not so far. I mean, yeah, a few Fords have won, but no one has stood out. And, Toyota struggled. Up till this race, Toyota struggled, okay? They haven't been relevant all year. And to finally get that first win, not to mention, I'm going to mention it for the Bubba haters, that this is the first win for Toyota in the NASCAR Cup Series since Talladega last year. The race that Bubba Wallace won. So Toyota's been on a little bit of a slump. But I will just say, through 7 races, this is just remarkable. It's remarkable what we are watching, and we might not ever see it again. This is just a lot of parity. This is, I don't want to jump the gun. I don't think we're going to see 16 different winners. I think once the veterans, we just saw Denny Hamlin finally get it with the next gen. Kevin Harvick looked really strong. I think eventually maybe Harvick will be a guy that can win a race. Chase will eventually break through himself. Chase will eventually break through and get the victory himself. I'm sure Kurt Busch, Bubba Wallace, 2311, they're going to get 1 victory, maybe 2 this year. Who knows? I think there will be teams, and I think even Daniel Suarez might be the next guy to win a race, if I'm being honest. I don't know if he's going to be my pick this weekend. You're going to have to wait a few minutes on that. But again, just so much parity this season. It's remarkable. It's wonderful to see. And I think this is honestly what I've looked for as a racing fan for years. And I think everybody else. Excuse me. But yeah, I think a lot of people have been looking forward to this for a really long time. And we're finally getting to see it. The small teams have come to play as well. So anyway, I want to talk real quick about the Kyle Busch tape penalty. Of course, Kyle Busch had some tape over the grill, which is now illegal. He could put it over the brake duct. You can't put it over the grill, I guess is what I heard. And Kyle Busch got black flagged. Not even immediately. He got black flagged later in the race for having the tape over the grill. And I guess I'm going to question, was it enough to warrant a black flag? Well, this is on NASCAR. If you were going to set that precedent, you should have set it earlier in the run. You should have told them the second they put the tape on, the second you saw it, hey, you've got to take this tape off. We're black flagging you if you don't do it. You shouldn't have waited multiple laps to finally decide, oh, we're going to post them. And it's, far be it from me to ever side with Kyle Busch. I'm just going to make it clear. Far be it from me to ever side with Kyle Busch. But this is the one time I will side with him. I think that penalty was BS, to say the least. Again, if you were going to set that penalty, you should have done it earlier in the race. Not, or you should have done it when it first happened. Not afterward, okay? You had an official in that pit box. To me, there's just no excuse for that. Sorry. But yeah, again, I just don't agree with that. I think it's terrible. And again, if you want to set a precedent, set it early. But I'm glad that, I will say, on the bright side, I think I'm glad that they set a precedent. But again, you waited way too long to set it. So now you got to call it sooner. That's the big thing. Got to call it sooner. Alright, again, I mentioned this is going to be a short show because I'm recording late. I want to get to bed. So, because I'm recording late, let's get on to the picks. I'm going to start with the IndyCar at Long Beach. Of course, Andretti Autosport has had a slow start to the season. There's no secret there. But I think finally they will break through this weekend, and Colton Herta will get the victory. I think Colton Herta's due for a win. I believe he won at Long Beach last time they went. So it would make sense that he is the pick. Truck Series in Martinsville, I'm not even going to bother. Let me put it this way. Anytime Kyle Busch is in the field, he's my pick. So Kyle Busch wins the truck race at Martinsville on Thursday night. Then Friday night, the Xfinity Series at Martinsville. I think Josh Berry will get his second career NASCAR Xfinity Series victory. I think this is just a track that suits him. So Josh Berry is my pick for the NASCAR Xfinity race. The Cup Series at Martinsville, who other than Martin Truex Jr., I think finally he gets it together as well. To be honest, this is a track that lately has showcased his strengths as a short track driver. Short track driver, yep. All right. Sorry, I'm still half asleep. But, all right, we want to thank you guys for watching this short episode. Again, I remind you guys, normally this show's a half hour. We will get to that point later in the year when we start seeing the silly season. We'll also get to that point with the specials. So don't be alarmed if you see a 12-minute or 15-minute episode. It's just we don't have much to talk about early in the year. So again, thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next Tuesday for another edition of Out of Turn 4. Be sure to tune in to No Final Bell tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern. And also be sure to tune in to Sunday Morning Tinkle on Sunday at 9 a.m. Eastern. We'll see you then. Until then, guys. Goodbye, everyone.